my twin with me just like feeling Leo. These up, watch me on replay, just like it's a real.
It's Friday night and live on 2K Sports. We're going to bring ADB. We're getting to that time, aren't we?
I think, Kev, I don't think coaches ever feel like they're sitting on a cool seat by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes you're overperforming to expectations, sometimes underperforming. But as a head coach, you are always uncomfortable.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Anunoby out there with Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Brunson. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. It's Turner, high post. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Brunson against Anthony. Towns down low. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. He can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
And Towns drops them both.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Bucks. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots. Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by New York. Now Brunson. Last game we saw him score 13. Hart finds Brunson. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Last time they met in New York.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Now here is Harris. 6 to shoot. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. The shot will not fall. Here's New York. And Beasley, here we go. And it's Anthony slamming it down.
Boy, this guy can get up in a hurry. Cole Anthony, how about your hops?
Anunoby outside. Hart kicks to Anunoby. New York moving it around. The shot's good from Brunson.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
That one goes. Count it.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Towns, the screen. On the wing, Anunoby. Towns finds Anunoby. And here's Beasley, guarded by Harris. A baseline J, no good from Beasley. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Another shot, and Turner with the lay-in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A different look for Milwaukee. Kevin Porter's checked in for Gary Harris, and Rollins subbed in for Cole Anthony. And a new group in for the Knicks. Doris, what about Miles Turner? He views himself as more than just an athlete.
I think he views himself as a Renaissance man, very much into style and fashion. He considers himself an artist. If you've ever seen any of his creations, they are mind-boggling. Miles Turner has a ton of interest.
He gets it in there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's McBride. Porter pulls it in.
Boy, you'd like him to finish a little stronger there.
Rebounded by Clarkson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
And here's Giannis. He's coming off a 31-point game against Cleveland.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence in getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
And that one, good. Knicks trail by 5. McBride with the ball. He has yet to score. And that one, good from Clarkson.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Bucks lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
They've got Kevin Porter. Trent's out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Rollins. And it's Sims in at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And people, Doris, talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
Pass to Porter. It's rebounded by Towns. New York trailing. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. McBride finds Towns. Here is Robinson. Back to McBride. There's a screen by Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Prince against Beasley. Pass to Rollins. Now Porter. Kicks it out to Prince. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Towns for 3. That shot, no good.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Prince, the pass to Portis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the dunk by Prince.
Now passed off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Gary Harris comes in for Taurean Prince. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for New York. And Robinson throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Robinson kicks to Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Kevin?
It sure does. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Towns with the steal. Here's McBride, and he's ready to talk things through with them. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Bucks. Amir Coffey comes in for Kevin Porter. Looking over the floor. From the baseline. That's good on the jump shot. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game.
And I think Giannis is one of the few guys that can physically intimidate. He can break you down in more ways than you can count. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Anthony. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 5 to shoot. Anthony, the pass to Giannis. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
The kick out to Towns. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Tuesday, they'll face off against Scotty Barnes and the Toronto Raptors.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Coffey. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Antetokounmpo. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Here's Brunson. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Giannis outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Here's Brunson. Robinson passes to Hart. Brunson outside. Back to Hart. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Bucks on top. They lead. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Oh, he's going hard in the paint, taking it right at the defense. I love his commitment to getting high percentage looks, Shaq.
And we've got the playoff pick. That is more than enough of us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Antetokounmpo in this game, has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. We've got Anunoby. Landry Shamet is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Here's Shamet. And that one is good. Shamet's got the lead up to 4 now for New York.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harris looking it over. Here's Giannis. Antetokounmpo playing strong inside.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Brunson the pass to Towns. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Knicks.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
And one of the game's elite shooters, and Towns' sweet stroke definitely extends to the free throw line.
Bucks passing it around. Pass to Antetokounmpo from downtown. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Shamet finds Towns. Back to Shamet. Towns a screen on Anthony. Here's Shamet. It's hauled in by Coffey. Bucks trail by 3. To the middle. Wants to get it to Turner and does. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Turner's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter. 4 out of the gate, just keep your rhythm now.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Here's Anunoby, and Anunoby slams it in.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
DB, it's hard to believe, but OG Anunoby is still in his 20s. He clearly has room to grow.
The league better look at it because OG Anunoby is starting to understand he can be a force on the offensive end. We already know he's a menace defensively.
And so it's Milwaukee now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Coffey. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Giannis. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Knicks leading by 5. Brunson barreling in. Good. Brunson's got 9 points now in just the 2nd half.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Brunson against Anthony. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. And Turner stays with it. Turner's got 6.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And a switcher also for New York. Beasley's checked in. Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Outside Portis. Turner trying to free himself up. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Portis.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And Hart throws it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the 2nd half. Brunson kicks to Hart. Hart with a screen on Portis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked. Caught that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
The Bucks making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Easily outside. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist in the game. Anthony dishes to Harris. To stop the run, and it's Anthony getting it to go. Anthony's got 8 points.
Just keeping things simple on the offensive end. Cole Anthony more than happy to shoot in these kinds of situations.
That one goes in. Brunson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Knicks.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Anthony, the pass to Porter. Harris outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's good. He has 6.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Brunson against Porter. Brunson, oh, not bothered by the contact.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Out to Turner, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Towns.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Portis, the pass to Rollins. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Clock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Antetokounmpo's got 22 points.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And so it's New York enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Rollins is out there with Kevin Porter, and it's Prince in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. The Knicks leading by 12. McBride finds Robinson. Outside, Towns. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Outside, out of the Kumbo. Out to the right wing. Here's Portis. Great touch on the 16-footer.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
Up top, McBride. Covered by Rollins. Bucks trail by 10. Prince, the pass to Portis. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pass to Robinson. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Amir Coffey's checked in for the Bucks. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brunson's checked in. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
The one challenge Mitchell Robinson has had through the early portion of his career is a little bit of foul trouble. Nice to see him get to the line for a little bit of payback. One thing we know about him, he's got to stay on the floor to be effective.
just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Out to Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 8th assist here tonight. And it's Porter with the ball for Milwaukee. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The Knicks leading by 9. Brunson outside. Pass to Towns. And he comes up with the deuce. And now that's 11 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
And the shot goes down.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Towns with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. A different look for Milwaukee. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Gary Harris comes in for Porter. And Anthony subbed in for Rollins. Then for the Knicks, Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Malik Beasley. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Miles McBride. Outside Harris. It's Turner. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. It's in from 7.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Bucks trail by 10. Harris fires. Cleared away by Hart.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
New York leading by 12. Anunoby. And he does not hit. Misses the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Shoots the 3. Antetokounmpo with the rebound. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Here we've got Brunson. Hard outside for 3. Can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Anthony. Brunson there for the rebound. And it's good.
Instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
The Knicks leading by 8. And Brunson, here we go. He's off from 3. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Anthony. Cleared away by Hart. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Well, despite his size, Jalen Brunson loves to operate in the painted area.
It's the first that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Brunson.
If it wasn't out of reach already, guys, those free throws turn the lights off.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Got it to go off the glass. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Drives to the hoop. Puts up the 3. A three-pointer. Good.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
He gets it to go.
Milwaukee
Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line and he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were.
I got stuck in, okay, like I'm missing a toe, okay, I'm quick to let it go.